My name is Lily from Mini Dragon. Can you hear me? Okay. We're an indie game company based in Hong Kong. My partner and I have a background in animation. We've always enjoyed telling stories, and now we want to use mobile games as the medium. So the game we're introducing today is Rainbowtail. This is the main character, a dog with a rainbow tail. It also has another meaning, as in rainbow tale, a story about rainbows. And this game is all about saving the rainbow. Here is an ultra slow-mo capture of the gameplay, and I'm sure you're all familiar with it. Yes, it's a match 3 game. It's a classic genre that anyone can pick up, match the same colors, create power-ups, get rid of obstacles. But Rainbowtail is not an ordinary match 3 game, and I'll show you how. First, there's the story aspect. We have lots of characters, and they talk to you, leading you through the story. But we keep text to a minimum because players don't actually like reading. So we tell most of the story directly through the gameplay, right on the game board. For example, in this level, Darktail, which is Rainbowtail's nemesis, tricks you into freeing him, and you literally let the dog out by breaking his cage, matching gems against it until it breaks. So you experience the story through the gameplay. And then in this level, Big Toe challenges you to a snowball fight. He will throw snowballs at you, which you have to clear away, or else you'll get stuck. With story, there's progression, and with progression, the gameplay keeps changing and evolving. Players will constantly be switching scenery, traveling from inside a castle to the fields, through forests and caves, hot volcanoes and deserts, icy snow mountains, and even space. And there's much, much more. Music changes along with the scenery to help set the mood. We have the usual obstacles such as bricks to break, jail to unjail, and sludge to clear, which can be taken care of simply by matching gems. But we also have monsters. We have a lot of different monsters, and they each present unique challenges to the player. I'll just quickly go through a few of them. The most basic monsters attack when in range, so you need to watch and avoid their radius. Dark slugs are living sludge monsters, so they need a few hits to take down, but are generally pretty easy to beat. 3 mosquitoes attack up to 3 targets. It's like the 3 Musketeers. And they also make an annoying buzzing sound, complete with blood-sucking bloop, so it's very authentic. It's turn-based, so these are polite monsters, but they wait for their turn. Players can take their time thinking about their next move. But what happens if the player leaves their pet within range too long? Well, it's very sad. Pets turn into obstacles if their health reaches 0, so it's definitely something you want to avoid. Besides enemies that hurt you, there's also enemies that just mess up your board. I'll show that again. Brick Golem will also throw out bricks every other turn, so it's quite challenging clearing sludge while he's constantly throwing more bricks over the sludge. Sometimes he'll even block your next move. Skelegon catches gems in his bone gel, quickly trapping you and your pets. And then there's monsters that spawn things that hurt you, which is terrible. Bomber throws out bombs that explode if you don't get rid of the bombs in time. Toymaker will keep replenishing an army of tin robots bent on destruction. So every enemy is good at just one thing. Individually, they aren't hard to deal with. However, by combining different enemies, for example, protecting this bomber guy with armor spider, the difficulty rises. With bodyguards by its side, bomber can just keep happily throw out bombs, But it's not like you have to fight them with your bare hands or bare fingers. You get better tools in the form of pets. If you thought that was a lot of monsters, well, we have over 300 unique pets, and they're different in more than just looks. Pets are summoned when you match 4 or more gems together. Every pet has a different blast radius, helping you solve different puzzles. For example, Firebat here has a wide wingspan blast, useful in the level on the left. But in a level where the enemy is sitting at the top, Brolo shines with his rock throw. You can easily change up your pet team, which instantly changes the way you approach each level. And if you match more gems when summoning, the pet comes out with a stronger move. Here's an example of a match 5 ultimate move. With care, pets can also be raised to become stronger, they gain better stats, a bigger radius, and just look more awesome. Pets also have unique traits, which can be combined. For example, this Berserker dragon has super high attack, but it can easily die. So then we have this Dragon Protector, which gives all dragons extra defense. And now suddenly you have a tough Berserker. Monetization is designed around a player's goals. Players want to progress through the story, which means they will need stronger pets. And when they find the new pets, they gotta raise those pets. Then when they finish raising those pets, they can progress through more story, which turns into more pets. So it's all about the pets. There's a variety of ways to get new pets. Pets can most easily be found through simply playing the game and defeating enemies. You can also pay the King Bean, a premium currency, to randomly spawn a rare pet. There's also Raw Bean Hood, which gives you a free, lower quality draw every 8 hours. You can also directly purchase a pet from the shop, and what pet you can purchase changes randomly every day. Event quests have exclusive pets for a limited time, which gives a sense of urgency for the players. And monthly pets reward players for loyalty, requiring users to collect stamps daily to get a special pet. With so many pets, of course, people want to show off. So we have a global arena where Facebook-connected players can battle it out and see whose team combination is truly the best. Outside the main game, we also have an Apple Watch companion app where you can play with Rainbowtail. He'll send you gifts if he's happy enough. We've also just started making merchandise, such as these cell phone cases, and these stickers, which I dropped. Stuffed animals are also in the works. We want to further explore the world of Rainbowtail with comics and possibly a TV series in the future. Many fans have contributed, creating a Wikia page for us, as well as submitting lots of fan art. And I mean a lot of fan art. Even though we haven't really grown our player base, we've been lucky enough to have artistic and creative fans that like to draw a lot. As we are still a new indie production studio, there's still so much for us to learn. about this industry. We would love to meet more people, publishers, marketing, or just other people with a passion for making games. I would also like to say thanks to GMGC for accepting Rainbowtail to this indie pitch arena and for the opportunity to come here. So thank you all for your time.
Thank you very much. Judges?
So I'm sure you're familiar with the phrase, shut up and take my money. I really love your pitch. It's really one of the best pitches I've ever seen. Just the timing with the short movie clips and your delivery. Yeah, you got my attention. It's really great. In terms of the feedback, one thing I was wondering about, what kind of mechanism do you have for the long-term retention?
Oh, long-term retention?
Yeah, so how do you keep players engaged for a year or more?
Actually, we do have players engaged for quite a long time, like many months, and they want to come back and get new pets, upgrade their team, and keep going for the arena to get higher levels. We also introduce new pets every month, and the monthly stamp is a new unique pet for that month. So actually players just want to collect all the pets, so they try to get it every month. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, I agree. I think the presentation was well done. When you just first said match 3, I thought, well, it might be a bad news, but yeah, it's actually pretty good the way you approach the game design. Just a quick question. I just want to make sure I understand. The game is already out in the market, or?
Yes.
Okay, so.
But we soft launched it. We haven't pushed it because we don't have Android yet. We have Android soon, so we want to find publishers when we have Android.
So where is it being soft launched?
It's available everywhere except China.
So it's global launch, but
without pushing.
Local.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, how many team members? Do you have introduction of your team background?
Me and my partner here are animators, and we also have other people who worked in game studios before, from Animoca and stuff.
Okay, so
yeah.
How many people?
Six.
Yeah. I think with a small team, I know you have a passion to do this transmedia sort of strategy, merchandising and whatnot, but I believe you should really focus on the game first, rather than branching out to many different activities. And then I thought the game was really kind of interesting, good spin on the match 3 genre, but the problem I think is you have one characters when you first introduce the game, but then along the presentation you introduce so many different characters, which by the way I think it's nice, it's cute, but it's not really unique. It doesn't really stand out as main characters for the game itself. If you look at that spin, people really can associate the characters with the game, but I don't really see many presence of these main characters. Oh,
Rainbowtail is kind of like the mascot, so he'll talk to you every level and tell you what you need to do to defeat that level. So you can actually collect him as a pet. Yeah.
Thanks.
Jeffrey, Hal, Jacob?
I would like you to do all our presentations, that's for sure. I mean, that was flawless. It was so smooth. I feel like we're on Dancing with the Stars or something like that. But it was really well timed out. So that's the first thing I want to say. I think your animation and storytelling background come out strong in the game. It's a very clever take on match 3. The production values look pretty high. Incredibly deep. I think your challenge is going to be marketing.
Yeah.
There's so much to show in the game. I'd like to know, how do you plan, when you do launch, how do you plan on marketing it? Are there any focus countries to do it? And I would say there's a little bit of a danger in the name, because when you see Rainbowtail, the first thing I think is a kid's story game.
Yeah.
First thing. And so I think the marketing aspect, I think once people get into it, it's very deep and you can hook them. But the marketing is going to be a challenge, because as we all said, match 3 is what it is. There's a million of them. So it's, I'd like to know how you're going to market it and where.
We agree with the names being kiddish, and we actually want to reskin it and have another name for it when we have Android and A/B test the names and see how that works. Yeah. For marketing, we English markets first, U.S., Philippines, and we probably also want to do China. Yeah.
And then just the last question,
Yeah.
monetization. Obviously, I could see, loads of different opportunities, but which one are you focused on? Which
Oh, the
part of
pets.
monetization? The pets.
Yeah.
In terms of purchasing them and collecting.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a
Oh.
statement. I actually had a chance to check this out before your presentation and play the game. And I think people think a match 3 is, they're all the same, and yours is very different. When you actually play your match 3, the boost, the power-ups, they're all activated in a very different way. The average casual customer will pick this up and be a little bit confused because it doesn't work the same way as all the other games they play. So that's going to be very important in how you slowly introduce this gameplay and the mechanic. And I think for most match 3s, the majority of monetization actually comes out of, while the player's playing the game, the ability to beat that level. They're very close to losing. They'll spend to beat that level. So make sure that you're not just looking on pet monetization. These types of games really count on that as well.
Oh, we definitely have like pay 1 gem to continue those kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll be hanging by our booth all day tomorrow, so yeah. Okay.
All right, thank you very much.